Hero shooters. How can the genre go unnoticed when it has two titans hogging the popularity? And of course, there are other ones who had the opportunity but didn't get so lucky over time. Except UTF2. Your player base will never let you die. Now let's direct our attention back to the two titans from earlier. You should already be familiar with these absolute behemoths and how Overwatch has reigned supreme until rivals arrived on the scene and literally became their rival, going back and forth, update for update. If you look back into my channel, you will see a video of a similar title talking about how great rivals will be, and hopefully both games can reach new heights for their player bases. Well, now it appears that Rivals has lit a fire up their ass because Overwatch decided to completely come out of the woodworks, locked in, and bless us with amazing news. News that will knock your socks off. They took off the 2. We're free from this funk ass 2. And that's just the appetizer because Overwatch is dropping 10 new heroes this year. 5 of those are dropping on February 10th. And the rest are going to be dropped 1 for each season. A little ambitious, and I'm not complaining because it's amazing. Overwatch is starting a new chapter, so we are starting off in a new season. Season 1 to officially mark the beginning of what we've been waiting for. I do recommend looking at the Overwatch Spotlight as they go more in depth. We're just doing it in the classic Big B style, touch on everything and go in depth on the highlights, just because I don't want to waste too much of your time. Now, let's take a quick look at these 5, starting with the tank, because oh my god, look at Domina, my lord. Okay, let me stop. Nonetheless, she got that shit on. Her design is immaculate, and I can say the same for her kit. Equipped with a laser which if you let it charge up, it shoots out a charged shot. A wide and cozy barrier which is unlike anything we've seen so far. Because you shoot down a shield and it breaks, right? I thought so too. But her barrier has segments that you individually have to break. She gets a throwable you can detonate for AoE and a knockback that can stun if they hit a wall. She also has an ultimate that literally imprisons enemies, stopping them from getting healed and damaging others. Also, after the ultimate ends, it freaking explodes. And for her passive, you gain shield whenever you deal damage with her abilities. Let's move on to our 2 new damages, Emre and Unron. This handsome ass, chromed up man is a literal run and gun character. He has a 3-round burst rifle that he can aim down, a semi-automatic pistol with life-stealing explosive rounds, and you can move faster and jump higher with it. He also comes equipped with a simple frag in true run and gun fashion. His ultimate lets him fire multiple explosive shots or fire some mega explosive shots. And finally, his passive just activates his out of combat regen sooner, and when it activates, he instantly gets 30 health. But let's say ballistics really ain't your thing, right? Well, how about a firebender? You see, Onron's whole kit centers around igniting the enemy. Her passive lets you set enemies on fire by simply filling up a meter whenever you hit them with her fire attacks. Her primary shoots fiery projectiles. Her secondary shoots out a nice fiery wind blast which deals more damage to already burning enemies, so just fan that shit whenever they're ignited. She gets a long dash that deals damage, and an ability that lets her be invulnerable while she damages enemies, ricocheting off of them. You can survive so much if you time that bitch correctly. Finally, her ultimate is pretty nice. You can either dive into the enemies, exploding on impact and immediately igniting them, or you can use it as a revive and create a fiery explosion whenever you come back to life. Almost like my boy Terminus. If you know, you know. But that's enough of damage. Let's show the 2 supports some love. Jetpack Cat. This goddamn adorable ass cat has a passive that permanently gives her flight. Her primary heals allies and damages enemies. She can pick up an ally, making her fly faster while also healing them. She can activate the boosters on that jetpack and give her an immense boost of movement speed. She also has an ability that pulses out heals around her and knocks back enemies around her whenever she activates it. And to be honest, her ultimate is going to be a lot of fun. She comes crashing down and knocks down enemies and fucking kidnaps the closest one. So you automatically know where that's going to lead to. Moving on to Mizuki. To start off, his passive heals allies around him just like our boy Lucio, but the healing improves if he deals damage or heals others with his abilities. His primary is a quick glaive that can bounce off walls. And you can low-key be like Kung Lao and throw that fucking hat, but not to kill, but to heal an ally and it bouncing off up to 3 nearby allies and healing you once it returns. You do get 2 charges, by the way. He also comes equipped with a teleport ability. He leaves a paper doll wherever he's standing and just reactivate the ability to teleport back to it. And let's say an enemy's trying you, right? Being really aggressive. Well, tell her that bitch with a chain. Make them think about their actions. And for his ultimate, you create a sanctuary to heal allies inside and prevent any damage from coming through. So there's the new 5 that are coming, and in my opinion, it's not looking too bad. I'm most looking forward to Domina and Mizuki, but I'm curious about your own thoughts on these 5. Another thing that definitely needs to be addressed are the sub roles. You see, each main role, tank, damage, and support, will now have those characters to be divided in their own sub role with new passives. So for tanks, they get 3 new sub roles: the Initiator, the Bruiser, and the Stalwart. For damage, they get 4: the Specialist, the Recon, the Flanker, and the Sharpshooter. And for supports, they get 3: Tactician, Medic, and Survivor. I like it when they play around with shit, making the game interesting. It low-key reminds me a little bit of old Overwatch whenever the damage roll was divided into damage and defense. But now, moving forward, we're just going to quickly cover everything else, so strap in. The UI is getting a massive refresh. Stadium's UI refresh makes it easier to make out the items, and the builder will give you recommended builds based on player data worldwide on round 1. As for the other rounds, the builder will give you recommendations to counter the enemy team. A 5-week event will begin where you get to pick your side and earn rewards. Mythic skins are immediately coming out for Mercy and Juno's Star Shooter. Mei is getting one mid-season, and I'm not gonna hold you, that shit looks beautiful. And apparently in future seasons, Soldier, Alari, and Malga will be getting mythic skins. Mythic weapon skins will be coming out eventually for Genji, Hanzo, and Soldier. And as far as I know, there's still no Ramattra mythic. But he is getting his own dance emote. Ayy, ayy, he hitting that shit. Ayy, ayy. But staying on topic for skins, Overwatch is doing a Hello Kitty and Friends collab giving Juno, Kiriko, Mercy, Diva, Widowmaker, and Lucio skins. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm vibing with the skins, especially Lucio's. That shit just looks so good. Of course, rank resets are happening, and Crimson Wolf will be the new weapon variant. And finally, coming in Season 2 is something we've been asking for. Besides the Ramattra Mythic, it's the post-match accolades, which are coming back in 3D. Needless to say, Overwatch is stepping up their game, and I'm certain everyone else feels the same way when I say this. We've all been waiting for Overwatch to get back in the groove. Don't get me twisted, recent Overwatch has been somewhat trying and it has been apparent, but we all knew that Overwatch could have tried harder, and Lord behold, they've proved it. I am most excited to play the new season and see if they're going to keep going down this path. Everything has brought a smile to my face, and it's nice to see so many positives come from healthy competition. So if you're anything like me, you know we're eating good with Rivals and Overwatch. But those are just my thoughts. What matters are yours. I'm always curious about what y'all have to say, so until then, I'll see you when I see you.